Well, ladies, part of this show is reliving the fun of the Saturday mornings of our youth. And after the cereal, I don't know about you, but I was reaching in to pull out the prize from the cereal box. This is our prizes from the cereal box segment, aka New Loot. And Jessica, in preparation for you being on the show, I have my copy of Mary Shelley's School for Monsters, the La Llorona in the Machine graphic novel. I did a full review of it a couple of months ago. And but tell us, Jessica, about Mary Shelley's School for Monsters. Take it away with our prizes from the cereal box.
Okay. So the whole premise of the book is that a young Mary Shelley goes into a graveyard. She sees an occult mad scientist. He has kidnapped the evil Book of the Dead, the Necronomicon, except it's not so evil. It's cute and cuddly. She tries to rescue it, but when she does, she touches it and it casts a spell and splits her into two versions of herself. One is the human version that goes on to write Frankenstein that we all know about. And the other one is a supernatural teen version who goes on to rescue other monsters, starts a school a la the X-Men. They go on missions to rescue monsters that are being mistreated by humans or exploited. So in the first book, they are rescuing La Llorona, who has been trapped in a video game by a horror video game programmer. And so when kids are playing the game, they're going missing. And so we're doing book 2 right now, The Killing Stone. We've got it we're doing a Kickstarter for it right now. And the book 2, we're going to go to Japan and deal with Tamamo no Mae and a grudge spirit and deal with a lot of Japanese folklore and ideas of forgiveness and like what's forgivable, what's not forgivable, stuff like that. Yeah.
Well, and I just posted the Kickstarter for The Killing Stone running along the bottom as our banner. So for those of you who are interested, go check that out. Now, Jessica, can you show us any of the artwork for the upcoming project?
Yeah. So we do a little preview of the prologue about 6 months before the book comes out. So this is the Origins 2, which is our prologue for The Killing Stone. This is Barg. He is like the Black Hound from English folklore, and him and Frank have some unresolved issues to deal with in the beginning. So I'm going to try. You've got them in the Arctic with a firefox, and they're having a confrontation. And then later on, we go to Shell, who is on a boat going to Japan with Necro.
So Shell is the teen goth version of Mary Shelley.
Yes. And this is her in the past. So she's dressed a little bit different. She's not in her modern version. Her modern version, I can show you in the La Llorona if I can. We'll see. Yeah. So here's one of her modern. She's got a lot of different versions, but this is one of her outfits.
I love that.
She's kind of a mashup of Betty Boop and Wednesday Addams.
Definitely in this panel, she is for sure.
She's so beautiful too. Like,
and Anna just
I could see people dressing up as her.
I could too. Like, and the funny
like
thing about
people are gonna love that character. Like, girls,
and the funny
guys,
thing,
like,
yeah. Sorry, I don't mean to. I'm not trying to.
No, I'm sorry. It's awesome. Go ahead.
No, and the funny thing about this one is Anna was doing the artwork for this, and I sent her a picture of my daughter's shoes, which are those long Converse that go up to your knees.
Yes.
And we were excited to have them because we had found those at a thrift store, and that was so cool. Anyway, so there, the art is just Anna and I have been working together since we did a short in Cthulhu is Hard to Spell, and we've been having a really just great time. But she lives in Poland, so we do a lot of our stuff on email, and but yeah, it's been great.
Well, and Anna's artwork is so fluid, it's so painterly, and in my review I talked about how awesome she does hair.
Oh yeah,
the hair is just gorgeous in this thing. So you mentioned a couple of names. You mentioned Frank.
Yeah,
for those of you who haven't read it, Frank is Frankenstein's monster essentially, right?
Yeah. They're the real deal. Like, because in the beginning of this book, Shell rescues, like, Dr. M is trying to reanimate Frank, and he can't. He's using the Necronomicon and the lightning and all that, and he's not able to do it.
And Dr. M is is it Moriarty or Moreau? Moreau,
Yeah.
Dr.
He's
Moreau. Yeah.
inspired by Dr. Moreau for sure. Yeah.
I
So-
want this story. Like, this is good.
Listen, this is one of the best graphic novels I read last year.
It's just getting better the more you describe it.
And it reads like a movie. Which
That's the screenwriter in me, probably.
Okay, if you ever need a voice. If you ever, I would love to. I have, yes, please.
What I loved most about this, and Jessica, I love that what you're doing combines, traditional literature, IPs from literature with mythology and fairy tales, putting them in a mashup contemporary setting. And one of the things I loved the most about this, and yes, the Necronomicon is kind of cuddly, but he's very sarcastic.
Mm-hmm. And she's a she, but you don't know. That's okay. You don't know that yet, so it's okay.
Okay. But what I really love the most is that the mechanic is Medusa.
Oh, yeah.
That's so
and you just got spoilers. So
oh yeah, that's okay. Medusa is the
So
tech
many
genius
goodies.
of the group. She knows everything about fixing things, everything about the computers, all that stuff. And I really wanted Medusa. Two things I wanted from Medusa. I wanted her to be black, and I also wanted her to be a techie. So yeah, she's a lot of fun.
And
I feel like all those snakes, she sees everything.
Yeah.
And this is the back cover. And you don't know it from the back cover, but the resolution with La Llorona is so touching, and it's such a heartfelt story. Really, I can't recommend this high enough, Jessica, and I'm super excited about the Killing Stone.
I saw your review because we had never met, and he reached out to me, and his review was so wonderful, and, like, made my day. So yeah, awesome. It's just so like because you really just got it. You got what I was trying to do. You got what I was going for, and you got the emotion of it and the the mix of the things going on. And so I really appreciated your review and thought it was great. So yeah.
Well, thank you.
Now I need to get both of them.
Okay,
right?
and yes,
I can't wait.
No, in the second one, you get the same kind of heartfelt stuff going on. Because Shell and Frank hurt their friend in the past, or a frenemy, someone who had been an ally to Dr. M, but it was also a monster in need, and they hurt her in the process of trying to take him down, and they thought she had died, and they left her there, and so when she comes back, she's very angry at them. And Shell also has some unresolved stuff from her past, so she has to deal with that. And so everyone's dealing with all these grudges and all this anger. And in this one, I will say, some of it gets resolved in a great positive way, and some of it is not resolved and will continue to, so there's two different things going on.
Much like life.
Yeah, much like life. Yeah.
And when art doesn't mirror life, we can't connect with it well. But when it does, it just reaches inside us, and we're like,
yeah. Not everything can get wrapped up in a nice little bow all the time. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not. And I think it's important for kids to know that, and young people to know that too. Yeah.
If you want to order the current edition, you can do that at wickedtreepress.com.
Well, no, you can order. Oh, yes, you're right. You can do that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
In La Llorona in the machine, you can order at Wicked Tree Press. But if you want to get the new one coming up, you got to go to Kickstarter, and that banner is running below.
And if you do back Kickstarter and you're a cereal box person, and you back it, and even if you order La Llorona on my website and you just send me a message and say cereal box, I'm going to include some extra goodies for you guys in your thing. You're going to get the collector. This is the collector comic of the prologue for the Killing Stone, and then I've got a sticker pack, which I can't.
Oh my god, I love stickers.
I got
Jessica.
a sticker pack. Yeah.
Jessica, you're torturing Aubrey here, because Aubrey has zero discipline. Oh, no. She's gonna be ordering as soon as we get off the air.
There's so many stickers, and and then I also have
my money.
I have a print that my my friend Richard did for one of our cross promos that I have some leftovers, and it's done in the style of Groovy Ghoulies. And I thought because it's a TV kind of themed show that I would pop that in there too. So that's just from the cereal box people who see this and they just pop in cereal box. Just send that to me. You can just go cereal box. You can message me on the Kickstarter.
That is just epic.
Yeah. So
that is
thank you so much. That's so cool.
I do really love the show. So yeah, I'm excited for it.
wickedtreepress.com. Go check that out. Ladies, we got a few more comments before we get to our main topic. Caterade is joining us. Kate Hawkins. Glad I didn't miss this episode. This special is my absolute favorite crossover with Scooby-Doo. Love the question in this.
Oh my gosh, the question. We got to talk about the question, Kate.
Yeah, hold on. Hold it until we get there, Aubrey. Caterade says, I have such a hard time reading in general. Well, listen, Cade, you just need to find the right stuff. And one of the things I love about this is it reads like a movie. You're gonna feel like you're sitting down to watch your favorite movie, and that for me that makes it easier. When 'cause I know Cade is one of those people who loves TV and movies. And when you can read something that gives you that same feeling, I think it makes it easier. Do you know what I'm saying, Jessica?
Yeah, I do. I agree.
I love it.
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say the back visual that you shared of that, it's so strong. And then you showed that artwork that your friend did, that little banner of that you'll apply to people who write cereal box. Remember that. But it's just such a strong visual. I can see so many girls or just groups of young individuals in general, or even older, dressing up as that group, that becoming the next Steven Universe group, the next, Adventure Time crew. It's a new, the universe. It can be so much like a cartoon. A cartoon. I absolutely see a Saturday morning cartoon. Absolutely. Yes. It's just such a great visual and the story behind it. I love all of it. I really, put that out there. I want nothing but good things.
I appreciate that. I would love it to be an animated series.
A cosplay. Aubrey, cosplay. Do that. She's right above me. Yes. Aubrey, do that. I'm getting Brady.
Aubrey's giving me the Daphne from the Scooby-Doo series. That's Daphne
her. Yes, that's what.
No, I know, but is the theater geek Daphne? Because there was the series where she's the theater. I think it's Be Groovy Scooby-Doo or something. Yeah, that's the one that.
So let me add one last thing about this, Jessica. Yeah. One of the things I love is that if it were to become an animated series on Netflix or Disney Plus or something like that, it's born or Hulu. It's born for that. But one of the things I love that you did is you introduced me to a legend that I had never heard of before. I was not familiar with La Llorona until I read this.
Oh, okay.
And then I'm the kind of person that when I get interested in something, I take the deep dive. And I read everything I could about that legend after reading this. So
and she's just a wonderful and a scary and sad legend too. You've got La Llorona, who is the weeping woman who wails at the edge of the water because she drowned her children. And some people, there's a bunch of different versions of the folk tale, but the one I go with is that she was put out by her boyfriend / long-term boyfriend who had the children with her on the streets, and she didn't have anywhere to go or anything to do, and out of desperation she drowned her children. But there is other ones where she's just evil, but I don't like that one as much. So
we're smiling. We're like, she drowned her kids.
She drowned her. I mean, it's horrible. It's horrible, and it's and so addressing that in a middle grade YA book is interesting. But it's
people claim to see her to this day.
Yeah.
They literally see her as a visual apparition.
A lot like the white woman ghost.
The white woman. She is definitely a white woman character. And
we talked about that on Discoveries too.
You see her coming, you run.
Yeah, you run. Because that's part of the story is you disappear when you run into La Llorona. She takes you somewhere.
Yeah.
And so you
takes your life or your spirit or your body. Yeah. in
And
different
so,
renditions.
yeah, and I always thought, like, God, I always hate when things are punished for eternity. You know, forever she's cursed for this one act that she did in her humanity. And I always am like, well, why do we always like to punish everyone forever? Like, what is forever? Forever is crazy, right? So, I mean,
well, and that comes from the Greek mythology, right? With with Sisyphus and Prometheus, and you know they're cursed to be tormented for eternity.
Yeah. It always has disturbed me. I'm like, forever.
Like a long time.
Yeah.
Right? Is there anything bad enough to warrant forever anything?
I know. That's like, there's a long time, maybe. But get punished for a long time.
A long time.
Yeah. And then go, okay, I became a better person now, or a better entity. I'm good. Like, if we do live on forever and ever,
yes.
Like, how long do you need to be punished for what you did in one lifetime?
Right? Because punishment should be about a lesson.
Yes.
Not about pain.
Yeah, about a lesson in changing and
well, someone needs to tell my dad that when I was 10 years old, because he was Indiana Dad with the belt, and he was all about bringing the pain.
Yeah.
One of my fondest memories is getting absolutely destroyed with a belt. Anyway,
oh, jeez.
We can laugh about it now.
That's a different
I was 10 years old.
All right, let's get your dad on the phone here. Let's talk to him.
We got heaven. So anyway,